Okay,
Yes, ma'am, you are.
okay. Thank you. So today's session is on learning outcomes. So before I start my PPT and everything, I would like to introduce myself. I'm Dr. Moshmi, resource person of CBSE as well for Pataliputra Sahodaya. So our topic is very interesting today. It's on learning outcomes. Nowadays, you must have heard about everybody talking about learning outcomes. Are we very, familiar with what is learning outcomes and what is learning objective? So before I start, I would just like to brief you is that learning outcomes should be incorporated in your lesson plan also. And what is the meaning of learning outcome? We as teachers need to incorporate learning outcomes in our lesson plans and in the content which we deliver in the classroom. We need to understand the difference between learning objectives and learning outcomes. Now, for example, if I just would like to talk to you about like if you have a goal, okay, you have a goal in your mind, that you set up a goal. So that goal, how will you reach to that goal? And when you have reached that goal, what measures were taken by you? What were the drawbacks? What experience did you have by when you were reaching towards your goal? So getting that goal is the learning outcome, and to set a goal is your learning objective. For example, if you have studied about Kolb's cycle theory, okay, so in that, what happens is you try to learn how to ride a bicycle. Okay, for example, you're trying to learn a bicycle, and everybody in our life, when we were small, as in childhood, we all have learned how to ride a bicycle. Yes or no? So when we learned first time, we took the bicycle and we sat on the bicycle. What was our first experience? Our goal was what? To learn a bicycle. So that was the objective. Now, what happened? Somebody, and the first time, maybe somebody, was very good enough to paddle and start the start moving the paddle, and then the bicycle would have started. Somebody must have fallen down once, twice, thrice, like that. And but initially what happened, this was the stage, and eventually what happened, you learned how to ride a bicycle. So that is where you just understand the difference about learning objective and learn and your learning outcome. So now when you have your learning outcome, few things are very necessary to keep it in mind. Setting a goal and how to achieve it. Just now I spoke about it. So you have to be smart. Smart means what? What does SMART stand for? Smart, specific. The objective of learning outcome should be very specific and clear. Means your objective should be very clear. Means your goal should be very clear. If you're teaching a subject, suppose if you're teaching a topic in your class, suppose for you're teaching photosynthesis in your class, and your objective is to teach photosynthesis, and what is your expectation? That the child should know by the end of the class what is the meaning of photosynthesis, how the process took place, what were the measures, what, how did you go through it, and what understanding did the child get. So you have to have a proper, specific, clear learning objective in your mind. Next come measurable, to know whether you have completed your goal or not. How will you measure whether the child has understood what you are teaching or not? How will you do it? You have to keep on assessment, assigning some projects, or you have to, get, testing in a very different way. Like if you're going to the class and you're asking, okay, children, I have taught you this. Can you just explain me what is this? Or you just randomly, you can just ask normal questions. So obviously the class will answer. Okay, so there might be different answers for it, but you will come to know how much have they understood, whether you have reached your goal or not. So it has to be measurable so that you can move forward to your next lesson. Next come achievable. It should be achievable setting targets are crucial. What I want to say is when you set targets, it is crucial. Means it is very difficult because you have 50 children in your class. Everybody doesn't have the same mindset, right? So what happens? Your way of explanation should be in that manner, or the way you are going to teach the children should be in that manner that it is um, achievable for each and every learner. Okay. Next is relevant. What is the key benefit of your goal and how will you be able to achieve it? Now, how will you be able to achieve it? That depends upon the teacher. How will you achieve your goal? Because you don't have the same type of children. Your objective is the same. Suppose your objective is the same that photosynthesis मुझे क्लास में पढ़ाना है, मेरे सारे बच्चे 50 बच्चों को ये आना चाहिए ना। अब ये कैसे आएंगे? उसमें से कोई स्लो लर्नर्स होते हैं, some are very good children, some are very slow in learning, you have some mediocre children, but your goal is the same. But how are you going to achieve your goal? So you have to have a specific, objective, a measurable objective, and how will you achieve it? That is your way of planning it. But your concept has to be relevant. Next comes time bond. You have to have a time bond for everything. You cannot go on stretching the same thing. Until and unless you have a time bond, you cannot move forward with any of the lessons or anything in our daily life also. If we don't have time bond, we cannot do anything like that, no? So time limit is very, very important. And teaching learning is a process which continues. It is a continuous process, teaching learning. So remember, if you're smart in setting up, your goals will be achieved in a very smooth way and the outcome will be very good. Now, you can, I hope everybody can see the screen. Please give a thumbs up if you can see the screen. Okay, fine. So this is just an introduction about what is learning outcomes. You can read it. How learning outcomes and the introduction of learning outcomes, how learning outcomes is in an era where education is becoming increasingly learner-centered. This program offers valuable insights into creating and implementing effective teaching plans that cater to diverse students' needs. So what is it? Why? Because to know the need of the children, according to it, we have to make our learning outcomes and our objectives very clear. By focusing on both the what and how of teaching, the program ensures that educators are equipped to deliver content that not only meets curriculum standards but also fosters critical thinking and problem solving skill among students. The focus areas, you can see the focus areas: understanding and defining learning outcomes, implementing pedagogy strategies that support diverse learners, evaluating the effectiveness of teaching practices, and what are the benefits? The benefits are improved teaching efficiency, enhanced students engaged in learning, alignment with the modern education standards. Outcomes important. Now we were talking, I just gave you an example like for the cycle. हम जब साइकिल चलाना सीखते हैं तो पर साइकिल चलाना तो हमारे लिए जरूरी भी है ना। उस जमाने में अगर हम कुछ चलाते हैं तो हमारे लिए बेनिफिट ही करता है। तो कुछ भी सीखना और उसका आउटकम कितना इंपॉर्टेंट होता है। लर्निंग आउटकम्स आर द बैकबोन ऑफ एजुकेशनल process, providing a clear roadmap for both instructor and student. Here the instructor is the teacher. They define what student should know, understand, and be able to do by the end of a course or lesson. Well-defined learning outcomes ensure that all stakeholders have shared understanding of goals of education and serve as a foundation for assessments and continuous improvement. Now we have framing learning outcomes. Now, how do we frame our learning outcomes? Okay, you can see over here, Bloom's taxonomy, everybody has studied about Bloom's taxonomy. So how to frame? See, there is a teaching learning cycle. Teaching learning cycle has a benefit. Okay, like you can do like, it can be how can we make our learning outcome very interesting? How do we frame it? Okay, we need to frame anything which we do. We need to have a proper planning for it. Like I said that you have to follow SMART, okay, which includes your time bond, your your specificness of the chapter or the topic, the measurability of the topic, and how do we achieve it. In that same way, you have a learning outcome cycle also. It can be used in any content area. Okay, any content, कोई भी content area में use हो सकता है. It creates a motivated learning cycle for the students. Active students engagement, कैसे हम लोग students को actively engage कर सकते हैं. I told you, you have different type of students in your classroom. Okay, you all have, we face problems with the naughty ones, we have slow learners, we have different type of children in our classrooms. So what happens, we have to be actively engaged. मतलब उसको ऐसा engage करना है that your learning outcomes, जो outcome होना चाहिए आपका top basic जो आप सिखा रहे हो, it should be similar for all. It means each and every child is engaged in the learning outcome. Now learning outcomes has 4 steps. मैं आपको बताती हूँ. There are 4 steps. We'll come to it. So 4 steps है, एक LOS है, that is intended learning outcomes, in which the topic will be given by the teacher. Teacher gives the topic, the teacher explores for the student. Now पहला एक होता है कि हम बच्चों को बोलते हैं जैसे कि previous knowledge के लिए मैं आपको ये सिखाने वाली हूँ क्लास में, आप इस पे रिसर्च करके आना. ठीक है, ये एक तरीका होता है. उसमें क्या होता है, you come to know कि हमें क्या पढ़ाना है, नहीं पढ़ाना, you get at least बच्चों को थोड़ा बहुत knowledge हो जाता है. पर इसमें क्या होता है कि टीचर ही क्या, द टीचर हैज टू एक्सप्लोर, टीचर को ही एक टॉपिक पे एक्सप्लोर करना है एंड स्टूडेंट्स को बताना है. एक होता है इंस्ट्रक्शनल पर्पसेस. नाउ आईपी, आफ्टर सिलेक्टिंग दैट इज योर टॉपिक, आफ्टर डिफाइनिंग द लर्निंग आउटकम्स, आफ्टर टीचिंग. कैसे होता है कि आप जब अपना ऑब्जेक्टिव रखते हो उसके बाद उसकी टीचिंग कैसी होती है उसको हम लोग इंस्ट्रक्शनल पर्पस में करते हैं. उसके बाद आता है MLOs, assessment related to different ways we need to measure process of learning outcomes. इसमें क्या होता है, एक रूब्रिक सेट करना पड़ता है. You need to set a rubric. You need to set a rubric जिसमें क्या होता है, we have different types of learning outcomes का हम लोग measure करते हैं, उसको assist करते हैं. Assessments जैसे मैंने बोला, टेस्ट लेना, ये करना. फिर एक और होता है most important, reflection. What do you mean by reflection over here? Reflection होता है, in this process we come to know whether the learner is able to achieve what is being taught, the understanding level is clear or not. Means whatever you have taught as a teacher to the learner. Now here you are the teacher and learner is the student. Okay. So whether the learner is able to achieve what you have taught, means आपने जो पढ़ाया है, whether आपके students ने वो समझा कि नहीं समझा. Activity was also related to the subject. You have to create an activity also which is related to the subject and how it worked in helping the students to enhance their knowledge. Now whatever आप सबसे पहला क्या होता है कि if you are planning for a particular topic, आपको उसमें पूरा प्लान आउट करना है. यू हैव टू डू द फ्रेमवर्क ऑफ इट. फ्रेमवर्क करने के बाद में आप उस टॉपिक पे कैसे रीच किए, आपने क्या क्या ट्रबल्स फेस किया, आपने एक्टिविटी रखा, असेसमेंट्स जैसे मैंने बोला डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ असेसमेंट्स, आपने स्पेलिंग टेस्ट लिया, आपने ओरल टेस्ट लिया, आपने एक्टिविटी रखा, क्वेश्चन आंसर्स आया. You have n number of things to do the assessment. It is not only pen and paper, but there are different ways of getting the children assisted assessments करवाना. Different ways है. That is the creativity of the teacher कि आप अपने क्लास को किस तरह से कर रहे हो. But वो करने में कौन से जगह पे आपको ट्रबल्स आई, कौन से जगह पे आपको स्मूथ लगा कि इस तरीके से मैंने किया तो मेरा लर्निंग आउटकम बहुत अच्छा आया, मैंने उस तरीके से तो किया तो मुझे ये हैसल फेस करना पड़ा. तो यू ऑल्सो नो हाउ यू आर बी मेजर्ड कि आप फिर नेक्स्ट टाइम उसको किस तरह से फिर चेंज करके करोगे जो आपके लिए एंड स्टूडेंट के लिए बेनिफिट होगा. बिकॉज इट्स अ टीचिंग लर्निंग प्रोसेस बिटवीन द टीचर एंड द स्टूडेंट टू रिसीव एंड टू अचीव द process of learning outcome. So both are actively engaged into it. So reflection gives you कि मतलब रिफ्लेक्शन क्या होता है कि वो आपको बताता है कि आपकी कहाँ पे गलतियां थी और वेयर यू वेंट रॉन्ग और वेयर यू डिड वेरी वेल टू अचीव द लर्निंग आउटकम. So that has to be there. So what were the four things which we did? It's not there in the screen. I just wanted to explain you this so that it becomes very easier for you. Reflection helps you in everything. So how you're doing it. Now coming up to Bloom's taxonomy, which I have already shared the screen with you. You can see over here, this also helps us in the way of, framing our learning outcomes. So first is remembering, recognizing and recalling facts and basic concepts, understanding, explaining ideas or concepts, applying, using information in new situation, analyzing, breaking down information into parts to explore relationships, evaluating, justifying a decision or course of action, creating, producing new or original work. Now, I just want to say that remembering means क्या होता है? याद करना, याद करके उसको recognize करना, उसके facts को recognize करना, basics concepts बच्चे को पता है कि नहीं recognize करना. Suppose अगर आप fractions पढ़ा रहे हो, लेकिन बच्चे को यही नहीं पता है कि BODMAS पढ़ा रहे हो, बच्चे को यही नहीं पता है कि subtraction, addition, multiplication क्या होता है. Can you move forward with it? No. So आपका जो बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट है वो क्लियर होना चाहिए. अंडरस्टैंडिंग जो होता है बच्चे का समझ में कहाँ पे प्रॉब्लम हो रही है, वेयर द चाइल्ड इज गोइंग रॉन्ग और वेयर द चाइल्ड इज मेकिंग मिस्टेक्स, सो दैट अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ योर कॉन्सेप्ट शुड बी वेरी क्लियर. फिर उसको अप्लाई करना, हाउ आर यू गोइंग टू अप्लाई इट इन योर क्लासरूम फॉर योर लर्निंग आउटकम टू बी बेटर, कि बच्चे का लर्निंग अच्छा हो. फिर एनालाइज करना, आफ्टर यू हैव अप्लाइड यू हैव टू एनालाइज कि आपने जो किया है वो क्या फ्रूटफुल रहा स्टूडेंट्स के लिए, was it fruitful for the students or not, कि वो हेल्प किया स्टूडेंट्स को, अगर वो हेल्प नहीं किया तो मैं किस तरीके से और अच्छा कर सकती हूँ जो मेरे बच्चों के लिए बेनिफिशियल होगा. इवैल्यूएटिंग इज जस्ट व्हाट आई सेड इज असेसमेंट्स करवा के देखना. एंड क्रिएटिंग, यू कैन ऑलवेज क्रिएट समथिंग न्यू फॉर योर चिल्ड्रन. जो ओरिजिन है उसके अलावा भी आप हमेशा न्यू क्रिएट कर सकते हैं. एंड दिस इज व्हाट CBSE also says. Now दिस इज हाउ टू फ्रेम योर लर्निंग आउटकम्स. मैंने जस्ट आपको पहले बताया, पर अगर आप लेना चाहते हो स्क्रीनशॉट, यू कैन टेक अ स्क्रीनशॉट. दिस इज जस्ट एन एग्जांपल of how to frame your learning outcomes. Identify the specific knowledge or skill you want students to acquire. सबसे पहले you have to identify the knowledge or skill जो स्टूडेंट्स को आप चाहते हो कि उनको अक्वायर होना है. तो मैंने यहाँ पे सिंपली ये डाला है कि हिस्ट्री का डेट्स को कैसे रिकॉल करते हैं. स्टूडेंट्स विल बी एबल टू रिकॉल द की हिस्टोरिकल डेट्स. उसको आप किस तरह से करते हो. नेक्स्ट इज चूज द एप्रोप्रिएट वर्ब from Bloom's taxonomy that matches the desired level of cognitive complexity. Analyze, for example, analyze for higher order thinking task. कुछ task दीजिए थोड़ा सा कुछ higher level का. Now, third step is write a clear and measurable outcome statement. For example, student will analyze the cause and effect of the industrial revolution, क्योंकि उसमें date होगा. Next, example of learning outcomes. आपने देखा यहाँ पे जो है क्या होगा उसके बाद remembering. For example, student will list the stages of water cycle. Understanding, students will summarize the main arguments in a political debate. But this is just an example for you to make you understand that this is the way, in a way you can do it in your classroom. Applying, students will use algebraical methods to solve real world problems. Analyzing, students will compare and contrast two different theories of evolution. Evaluating, students will assess, and so on. Next, we move on to teaching learning cycle and importance of learning outcome. What I told you, teaching learning process is something which is continuous. वो कभी रुकता नहीं है. Teaching learning process जो है वो कभी रुकता नहीं है. It is a continuous process. Now, teaching learning cycle is a continuous process that guides educators through planning, implementing, assessing, and reflecting on their teaching practices. It ensures that all aspects of teaching are aligned with the desired learning outcomes, promoting a cohesive and effective learning experience for students. Students क्या ये करते हैं, experience होना चाहिए और continuous process. हम लोग कभी ये नहीं सोच सकते हैं. We learn from students also many times. ये जो process होता है ये हम भी बच्चों से बहुत कुछ सीखते हैं. ऐसा नहीं कि हमें ही सारा ज्ञान है, बच्चों के पास भी बहुत कुछ रहता है. So we always learn. It is a teaching learning process जो हमेशा continuation में रहता है, continuous process होता है. Now, मैंने आपको शॉर्ट में जस्ट स्क्रीन शेयर करने के पहले मैंने आपको समझाया था कि फ्रेमिंग कैसे करना है 4 लर्निंग आउटकम्स का. तो उसी में इस तरह से है कि 4 phases of teaching learning cycle. ये 4 phases है जो teaching learning cycle में बहुत important है, जो हमने किया था, जिसको मैंने बोला था कि प्लानिंग होना बहुत जरूरी है. ये आपके लेसन प्लान के लिए भी हेल्प करता है. इफ यू हैव अ प्लान्ड लेसन प्लान, अगर आपने किसी चैप्टर को थरली पहले से पढ़ा है और अच्छे से उसको समझा है, तो आप एक प्लानिंग बनाओगे कि आप अपने क्लास में किस तरह से उसको इम्प्लीमेंट करोगे. अ डिजाइन्ड प्लान दैट फोकसेस ऑन स्पेसिफिक स्किल और नॉलेज एरियाज. क्या होता है, इफ यू हैव अ स्पेसिफिक मतलब एक चीज गोल अगर आपका स्पेसिफिक हो, क्लियर हो, तो इट इज वेरी इजी फॉर यू एज वेल एज योर स्टूडेंट्स टू अचीव that knowledge and that objective. And when it is achieved, so you come out with the proper learning outcome. Now, developing instructional strategies and materials that align with the learning outcome. Example, designing lesson plans that focuses on specific skill or knowledge areas. Next is implementation. Delivering the instructions based on the plan using various methods. Example, engaging students through interactive activities and discussions. Now see, there are a lot of things which you can do. It's not only that I am repeatedly telling you that pen and paper and ये से उतना learning नहीं होता है, उतना अच्छा. I'm not saying that to कि आप बिल्कुल ही मत करो, बट इफ यू एंगेज चिल्ड्रन इन एक्टिविटी बेस्ड लर्निंग इट हेल्प्स अ लॉट. प्रैक्टिकल बेस्ड लर्निंग, ये क्या होता है कि बच्चे प्रैक्टिकली उस चीज को कर रहे हैं. आप स्टोरी टेलिंग में कर रहे हो, प्रैक्टिकल बेस में कर रहे हो, आप ग्रुप एक्टिविटीज करवा रहे हो, आप स्किट्स करवा रहे हो. इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन द टॉपिक विच यू हैव चोजन एंड द सब्जेक्ट व्हाट यू हैव गॉट. So what happens, the whole class is engaged into it. So what happens when the whole class is engaged into it, so all the children have different ideas, and when what happens then एक ग्रुप में क्या होता है कि उसको पूरे एक तरीके से उसको पूरा मर्ज करके एक प्रॉपर एक कुछ निकलता है एक. तो इसी के लिए कहते हैं कि एक्टिविटी बेस्ड लर्निंग इज ऑल्सो important. Why? Because it engages all the students for interactive activities and discussions. Assessments Evaluating students process towards meeting the learning outcomes. Obviously आपको तो ये assessment करना ही पड़ेगा कि कैसे आप learning outcomes को आपने क्या process था आपका, क्या progress हुआ आपका, आपने किस तरीके से किया, तो उसमें क्या है, कैसे आप कर सकते हो, using quizzes, assessments and observations, and ये सब तरीके से there are n number of ways in which you can make your own assessments. रिफ्लेक्शन, हमने थोड़ी देर पहले ही रिफ्लेक्शन के बारे में बात किया था. व्हाट वाज रिफ्लेक्शन, की व्हाट लर्निंग आउटकम्स आपका जो लर्निंग ऑब्जेक्टिव था, उस लर्निंग ऑब्जेक्टिव में पहुंचने के लिए आपने क्या क्या मेजर्स लिया, और वो मेजर्स लेने के बाद में आपका आउटकम क्या आया. सो it's the same thing, analyzing the effectiveness of your instructions and making adjustments as needed. For example, reviewing students' performance data to identify the areas. Now, की बेनिफिट्स ऑफ लर्निंग आउटकम्स. क्लैरिटी होना बहुत जरूरी है. आपके पास में अगर क्लैरिटी नहीं है तो इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट. प्रोवाइड्स व्हाट इज क्लैरिटी. क्लैरिटी प्रोवाइड्स क्लियर एक्सपेक्टेशंस फॉर स्टूडेंट्स एंड टीचर्स. मैंने कहा ना कि आप जो भी चीज पढ़ाना चाहते हो, यू योरसेल्फ एज अ टीचर शुड बी वेरी क्लियर that okay, I'm going to teach this in the class, so I'm very clear with my specific this is my specific set of mind that my students are going to learn this only. Then alignment, ensure that all teaching activities and assessments are aligned with the intended goal. Means आपका गोल जो है उसी के साथ में अलाइंड हो, अगर इधर उधर नहीं हो. यू शुड स्टिक टू योर गोल. आपने सोच लिया कि हाँ मुझे साइकिल चलाना है, तो किस तरीके से चलाना है, एक बार गिरे, दो बार गिरे, सीधे चले, टेढ़ा चले, लेफ्ट चले, राइट चले, वॉट एवर इट इज, बट यू हैव टू रीच द गोल. एंड वेन यू रीच द गोल, आपने फिर रिकॉल किया, यू कम टू नो ओके, मैंने ऐसे 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 गलतियां की, ऐसे 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 मैंने सीखा. ओके, फिर ये भी सोचना है कि पॉजिटिव उसका क्या था. ओके, मैंने ऐसे किया तो ऐसे सीखा, ऐसे क्या. सो सेम थिंग प्रैक्टिकल नॉलेज, प्रैक्टिकल हमारा जो होता है, दैट इज द सेम थिंग व्हाट वी फेस इन आवर डेली लाइफ विद आवर स्टूडेंट्स. Accountability. Now, accountability is felicitates the evaluation of students' progress and instructional effectiveness. Motivation helps students to understand the purpose of their learning, fostering engagement and motivation. Now, pedagogical approaches to achieve intended learning outcomes. To achieve intended learning outcomes, educators can adopt various pedagogical approaches, each targeting different aspects of learning process. Here are some strategies. You can follow some of the strategies over here. जैसे मैंने आपको इसके पहले भी बताया था, तो ये भी है direct instructions. Then what is the meaning of direct instruction? Teacher-centered approach with clear structural lessons. For example, आप अगर यूज करते हो इफेक्टिव for conveying specific content or skills, particularly in subjects requiring foundational knowledge. Foundational knowledge is very important. जो मैंने आपको बोला था कि अगर आप बोर्ड में सिखा रहे हो क्लास में, तो आपको देखना है कि उसका फाउंडेशन जो है, प्लस माइनस, एडिशन, सब्ट्रैक्शन, मल्टीप्लिकेशन क्लियर है कि नहीं. Example, step-by-step demonstration, guided practice, and expecting teaching of concept. Problem solving, कैसे करते हैं. प्रॉब्लम बेस्ड लर्निंग. व्हाट इज प्रॉब्लम बेस्ड लर्निंग? इसको हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं, PBL, प्रॉब्लम बेस्ड लर्निंग. डिस्क्रिप्शन, कैसे, व्हाट इज प्रॉब्लम बेस्ड लर्निंग? स्टूडेंट्स लर्न बाय एंगेजिंग इन कॉम्प्लेक्स रियल वर्ल्ड प्रॉब्लम्स. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, encourage critical thinking and applying of knowledge to practical situations. Example, students work on a case study to solve problems relevant to their field or study. आप बच्चे को दो, ऐसा कुछ दो जो वो खुद उसको सॉल्व करने की कोशिश करे. Now we come to description. Okay, what is it? Students engage in intense real-world projects and require the applications of knowledge and skill across multiple disciplines. I just wanted to ask you, am I audible over here? Am I audible? Okay. Can you just put a thumbs up if I'm audible? Okay. Now, uses enhance students' ability to work independently and collaboratively, fostered deeper understanding through practical applications. मैंने बोला है हमेशा practical पे ज़्यादा करो. Practical applications, let the children do on their own and develop skills in project management. For example, students design and implement a community outreach program, integrate knowledge from social studies, communications, and organizational skills. That is up to you कि आप उसको किस तरह से कर रहे हो. Now, what is active learning? What is active learning? Active learning, what is the description? What does active learning means? Involve students actively participating in their learning process through activities that require them to think critically and apply concepts. Increases engagement and retention of materials by making learning more interactive and practitioner. Example, interactive classroom activities like debates, peer teaching, and problem solving exercises. तो क्या होता है कि when we have debates or something like that, when we engage the students, मैंने आपको पहले भी बोला, तो it helps everybody, all the full class is engaged into it, and you will see the enthusiastic nature about the children, the enthusiasm among the children when they are engaged together for doing. You give them responsibilities. Okay, this group you're divided for debate. This group, okay, you have group discussion. That group you have activity based learning. So you can divide them, and you'll get an n number of knowledge. You will the classroom will become so lively. You can just try it out, and it becomes very easier for a teacher also if you do it in that way. Anyway, now let's come to what is constructivism. Now, what is the meaning of it? Now, a learning theory where students build on their own prior knowledge and experiences to construct new understanding. First, what we were saying, that the teacher को करना है, teacher को एक proper बेसिक गोल सेट करना है, बेसिक ये होना है कि टीचर को पूरा जैसे मैंने बताया था कि एक स्पेसिफिक ये क्लियर होना है. नाउ वी आर कमिंग दैट एक स्टूडेंट के साथ में क्या है, वो प्रायर नॉलेज लेकर के आता है और उसको कंस्ट्रक्टिव वे में, उसको अंडरस्टैंडिंग वे में ही ट्राइज टू डू इट. नाउ उसमें कैसे होता है, प्रमोट्स डीप, व्हाट इज द बेनिफिट, इसमें क्या होता है, प्रमोट्स डीप लर्निंग बाय एनकरेजिंग स्टूडेंट्स टू एक्सप्लोर, आस्क क्वेश्चंस एंड कनेक्ट न्यू इंफॉर्मेशन टू देयर एग्जिस्टिंग नॉलेज बेस. So what happens when you give them something ki theek hai, you go like if I say about plants, okay, now tomorrow we are going to study about plants, so you all go and research something about plants. So you may get answers like, ma'am, I have seen a plant tree which is a very big tree. One will say, okay, I have seen a small tree, I have seen a tree with flowers, I have not seen a tree with flowers. Some will say I have seen a tree with fruits. Okay, some will say I have seen only a tree which does not have branches or something, very less branches. So you will get the different names of the trees. You will know that, okay, fruit bearing trees, shrubs, all those things. Then you can have a tree with big leaves, a tree with has small leaves, a tree with flowers. So you can just incorporate all those things, and the learning will become very interesting and very, you can say, children will have their own ideas, and they will explore and they'll get into it. Okay, student conduct research projects or experiments that allow them to discover principles and apply them to new context. Now, differentiated instructions. Now you can see tailoring and all, whatever, like it's just given as examples, tailoring teaching methods and resources to accommodate different learning styles, abilities, and interests of students. Ensure that all students have access to learning that meets their individual needs, enhancing their ability to achieve learning outcomes. Example, providing varied types of instructional materials and assignments, such as visual aids for visual learners and hand-on activities for kinesthetic learners. We have kinesthetic, visual, so many types of learners. You must have studied about it. Now we come to experiential learning. Now this is also a part of it. Learning through direct experience and reflection on those experiences. Like I said, for your cycle, riding a cycle, or nowadays we can say that, okay, when you're riding a scooty or riding a car, when you're driving a car, what was your first experience, and when you're driving now, what experience have you gone through it before and now. Helps the students to acquire practical skills and insights by engaging them in real life activities and reflecting on their experiences. Example, internships in field trips or stimulations where students can apply theoretical knowledge in practical settings. Now we move on to the next slide. Blended learning. Descriptions combining traditional in-person instructions with online level components. What are the uses? Offers flexibility and integrates digital tools to enhance the learning experiences, allowing students to learn at their own pace and revise materials as needed. Example, what is example now? A course that includes face-to-face lectures supplemented by online modules, discussion forum, and quizzes. We move to the next slide. We can just watch a short video now. So is the sound audible? Is the sound of the video is audible? Okay, we start. Can you put a thumbs up? If it's audible or not? Okay, fine. Audible नहीं बोलते? I hope the video sound is audible. There is some technical issue. I'll just get back to you. Just a minute. Let me see whether is it audible. Okay, fine. Continue. Okay, now we just saw a video which made us a very clear picture which gave about the learning objective and the learning outcome. So, remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing, and what else did we learn? The most important was reflecting, reflection. Okay, so now we move on to the another, we were talking about problem based learning. We were talking about problem based learning. So what is problem based learning? Students learn by engaging in complex real world problems. So what happens is, how do you use that? How will you use that in your classroom? Okay. Now, problem-based learning also has to be, clarified, and everything has to be solved in the classroom. So, encourages critical thinking and application of knowledge to practical situations. Practical situations मतलब क्या होता है? जो हमारे practical daily life में हो रहे हैं, उसी को आप उठा करके एक problem-based learning कर सकते हो. ठीक है, नॉट नेसेसरी दैट इट हैज टू बी कनेक्टेड विद द पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक व्हाट यू आर टीचिंग, लेकिन वो इंटरकनेक्टेड हो सकता है. स्टूडेंट्स वर्क ऑन दैट केस स्टडी एंड सॉल्व द प्रॉब्लम्स रेलेवेंट टू दैट. नाउ एक्टिव लर्निंग क्या है? डिस्क्रिप्शन. व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ एक्टिव लर्निंग? involves all the students actively. मैंने बोला है कि you have to involve all your students in your classes in a way of activity or quiz or debates and all. You have to make them actively participate. Constructivism में क्या रहता है कि a learning theory where students build up their prior knowledge and experience to construct new understanding, promotes deep learning by encouraging students to explore, ask questions, and connect new informations to their existing knowledge base. Like example, students conduct research projects or experiments that allow them to discover principles and apply them in new context. Now, differentiated instructions. मैंने आपको बताया, फॉर एग्जाम्पल टेलरिंग था, उसके बाद उसको कैसे आप करोगे, जो भी है उसको देखिए। किनेस्थेटिक लर्नर्स हमारे पास में रहते हैं, विजुअल लर्नर्स रहते हैं, उसको आप किस तरह से हैंडल करते हो। लेकिन जो भी आपके लर्नर्स हैं, आपका ऑब्जेक्टिव तो इट्स द सेम, दैट आपको यही पढ़ाना है और आपका आउटकम सबके लिए एक होना चाहिए। तो क्या मेजर्स अ टीचर टेक्स हैज टू बी द मेन इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग। सबसे पहला होता है कि गोल सेट करना, दैट इज माई ऑब्जेक्टिव। मेरा गोल क्या है कि मुझे ये चीज को अचीव करना है। if you are very specific, if a teacher is very specific that I have to go and measure, मेरे को यहीं पे पहुंचाना है अपने बच्चों को, I want my students to have this learning outcome, so स्पेसिफिक अगर आप रहेंगे, आपको पता होना चाहिए मेरे पास में किनेस्थेटिक बच्चे हैं, मेरे पास में स्लो लर्नर्स हैं, मेरे पास में विजुअल लर्नर्स हैं, या बहुत अच्छे बच्चे हैं, पर सबका आउटकम एक होना है। उसके लिए यू हैव टू टेक डिफरेंट मेजर्स, यू हैव टू हैव अ फ्रेमवर्क, यू हैव टू फ्रेम योर वे ऑफ टीचिंग कि आप किस तरीके से उसको करोगे। अगर आपका ऑब्जेक्टिव क्लियर नहीं होगा तो आपका आउटकम भी सही नहीं होगा। तो सबसे पहले योर objective has to be very clear and it has to be very specific, then only you are going to have a good learning outcome. Now blended learning आप देख सकते हो। what is blended learning? Combining traditional in-person instructed with online lessons and components. How do you use it? Offers flexibility and integrates digital tools to enhance learning experiences, allowing students to learn at their own pace and reversed materials as needed. For example, a course that includes face-to-face lectures supplemented by online modules, discussions, forum, and quizzes. Next, we have the direct instructions. आप देख सकते हो, pedagogical approaches are essential for effectively achieving intended learning outcomes. Hence are some key approaches, each serving different aspects of learning outcome. Now direct instructions क्या होता है? What is direct instruction? Description is a structured teacher-centered approach where the instructor delivers clear, explicit content and instructions. Use idle for teachers foundational knowledge and specific skills useful in subjects where precise and systematic instructions is necessary. Example, teacher-led demonstrations and step-by-step explanations such as in mathematics and grammar lessons. Now problem based तो हमने already किया है PLB, उसका एग्जाम्पल्स भी आप देख सकते हो, यहाँ पे दिया हुआ है। I'll just have a quick reading for you. Students work on complex real world problems and develop solutions through investigations and research. Use encourage critical thinking, problem solving, and applications of knowledge in process and developing an analytic and collaborating skills. Example, students tackle a case study relevant to their field of study, such as creating business plan or solving an environmental issues. Third is PLB, PJBL, that is project-based learning. Description, students engage in intent projects that integrate knowledge and skills across multiple disciplines. Use enhance students' abilities to apply what they learned in a comprehensive manner and develop skills in project management and teamwork. A project where students design and build a model of sustainable cities and integrating principles from engineering, urban planning, and environmental science. What is an active learning? An instructional approach that actively involves students in learning process through interactive activities. Increases engagement and retention by making learning more practitionally and dynamic. Group discussions, interactive stimulations, and problem-solving activities that require students to actively engage with the material. So children are engaged with material. Now, this you can see is what we were talking all about. अभी तक जो हम लोग बात कर रहे थे उसी के बारे में है, what we were talking, कि कैसे डायरेक्ट हम लोग करते हैं, डायरेक्ट इंस्ट्रक्शंस कैसे देते हैं, क्या है वही आप देख सकते हो। डायरेक्ट इंस्ट्रक्शन डिस्क्रिप्शन क्या है? टीचर सेंटर्ड क्लियर स्ट्रक्चर, टीचर सेंटर्ड, स्टेप बाय स्टेप डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन। ये किसके तरफ से होता है? टीचर के तरफ से होता है। योर कॉन्सेप्ट शुड बी वेरी क्लियर इन डेमोन्स्ट्रेटिंग टू द स्टूडेंट्स, बट स्टेप बाय स्टेप। देन यू हैव प्रॉब्लम बेस्ड लर्निंग, रियल वर्ल्ड प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग, एग्जाम्पल केस स्टडीज आप उसमें दे सकते हो। देन यू हैव प्रोजेक्ट बेस्ड लर्निंग, दैट इज इंटेंट प्रोजेक्ट अप्लाइंग नॉलेज। ये आप स्टूडेंट्स को प्रोजेक्ट्स दीजिए ताकि वो अपने आप में इंगेज होकर के वो कुछ डिस्कवर करके अपना नॉलेज भी उसमें अप्लाई करें। फर्स्ट है टीचर्स नॉलेज, हम लोग ने देखा है। सेकंड है प्रॉब्लम जो हमारे रियल लाइफ में चल रहा है, वो रियल लाइफ में जो प्रॉब्लम चल रहा है उस तरीके से उसको आप टैकल कर रहे हो, आप उस वे में भी पढ़ा सकते हो। नेक्स्ट आपका हो गया है प्रोजेक्ट बेस्ड लर्निंग, जो बच्चे को आप देते हो कि वो अपना क्या नॉलेज लेकर के आते हैं उसको इम्प्लीमेंट करते हैं। एक्टिव लर्निंग, एक्टिव लर्निंग में हम लोग क्या करते हैं? वी इंगेज स्टूडेंट्स इन इंटरैक्टिव एक्टिविटीज, ग्रुप डिस्कशंस एंड स्टिमुलाइजेशंस। देन हम लोग एक्सपीरियंशियल लर्निंग करते हैं, जिसमें लर्निंग थ्रू डायरेक्ट एक्सपीरियंसेस, जो हम लोग ने डायरेक्ट एक्सपीरियंस अपने लाइफ में किया है उसकी तरीके से हम लोग करते हैं। देन वी मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड, विच इज इवैल्यूएटिंग लर्निंग आउटकम्स। हाउ डू यू इवैल्यूएट लर्निंग आउटकम्स? हम लोग कैसे इवैल्यूएट करेंगे कि हमने जो सिखाया है वो बच्चों ने ठीक से सीखा है कि नहीं सीखा है, वेदर इट इज फ्रूटफुल और नॉट? हम कैसे इवैल्यूएट करेंगे? हमें तो जो पढ़ाना था हमने पढ़ा दिया, हमारा ऑब्जेक्टिव ये था कि ठीक है भाई हमें फोटोसिंथेसिस पढ़ाना है, या हमें वाटर साइकिल पढ़ाना है, या हमें बॉडमस पढ़ाना है, जो भी हमारा टॉपिक है हमें ये पढ़ाना है। बट बच्चों ने वो ठीक से सीखा कि नहीं, बच्चों ने कितना सीखा, किस तरीके से सीखा, कैसे सीखा, हाँ उस तरीके से कैसे सीखा, क्या है नहीं है, दैट इज द मेन थिंग कि हमारा लर्निंग आउटकम क्या होता है। ऑब्जेक्टिव है हमारा पढ़ाना, पर आउटकम क्या है? व्हाट द स्टूडेंट्स हैव लर्न। एंड रिफ्लेक्शन क्या हुआ, हमें क्या क्या मेजर्स लेने पड़े, कहाँ पे हमारे पढ़ाने में बहुत अच्छी तरीके से विच मेथड और विच मेथोलॉजी हमारा सबसे ज्यादा काम आया, जो बच्चों के लिए हेल्पफुल रहा, वो हम लोग को कैसे पता चलेगा? असेसमेंट से। और हमारे रिफ्लेक्शन में हम लोग देखेंगे कि ठीक है हमने इस तरह से असेसमेंट लिया था, हमने इस तरीके से ये मेजर्स लिया था, तो दिस प्रोसेस बिकेम वेरी इजियर फॉर द स्टूडेंट्स टू अंडरस्टैंड, एंड विच मेजर or which method was difficult for the students to understand. So evaluating your learning outcomes is essential to understand how well students have achieved the educational goal set by a course or program. Effective evaluation provides feedback for both educators and students, guiding future teaching and learning strategies. Here are some key, you can see some of the key approaches to learning outcomes ka hai. Formative assessment, that is ongoing assessment that provides immediate feedback to students and instructors during the learning process. Then what is the purpose? To monitor the students' progress and guide instructional adjustments, which is quiz कर लो आप, activity based कर लो, discussions कर लो, debate कर लो, peer group में कर लो, group discussions कर लो. There are n number of ways of doing it. Then summative assessments, evaluations conducted at the end of an instructional period to measure what students have learned. आप test ले सकते हो, आप class test ले सकते हो, आप oral test ले सकते हो, that is up to you, आप किस तरह से उसको assess कर रहे हो. To assess overall achievement of learning outcomes, for example, final exams, end term projects, standardized tests, that is up to you. But ye learning outcomes and learning objectives as pedagogy, it's a very vast topic which cannot be covered in one session, but जस्ट आपको एक ओवरऑल व्यू मैंने दिया है कि किस तरह से आप अपना ऑब्जेक्टिव एंड आपका आउटकम को कर सकते हो. Okay, what should be your objective and what is the outcome? So this is what I wanted to tell you. I think it's clear that what is the objective and what is your outcome. If you have a specific clear objective of your learning, then the outcome will become very easier for you. But to get a good similar and a good learning outcome, the measures have to be framed. You have to have a strategy to get the proper learning outcome. Time is already up, so I would like to thank all the participants for taking out time and attending the session. And I would like to thank our Patliputra Sahodaya for giving me a chance for today's session. Thank you and have a nice day.